That's good. Well, that's working. Yay! Alright, let me go. Facebook business page. To the actual page itself. Okay. Let's share this out. Post. Happy. Copy that. Hey, Tammy Sylvester. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Halloween, Kristen. Good morning, Christina Avalos. I hope you guys are all in costume. Tell me what your costumes are right now, please. I know you're all wearing costumes this very minute, so share with me what exactly are your costumes? Where are you wearing them? Tell me, tell me. Start to share. Who are you going as this Halloween? Even if you're not, just make something up. Who would your ideal costume be? As I share out to groups. Please also share this out if you can. Share it to your pages, share it to whoever's pages. Kristen says I'm gonna be a skeleton and jello shots are ready. Add a girl drinking before 9 a.m. That's my kind of follower. Add a girl. Jello shots are made. I love a girl who can cook. Jessica Farley's going as an ugly housewife. Fierce. Fierce. So which franchise of the Real Housewives are you choosing from? Because there are a lot of ugly housewives in there. A lot of mean ones, to be honest. You're going as a Danimal. Ooh, scary. That's what Tammy Sylvester says. I do scare myself sometimes. Did you guys see my post on Instagram this morning? Like, literally, that is how I put my slippers on this morning. And I was like, first thing I thought is I was like, okay, it's Mercury retrograde, bitches. It's on. Shoes on the wrong feet, first thing in the morning. It's the 31st. Lily Munster, are you seriously going as Lily Munster, Christina? That would be kind of cool. Was Lily the pretty one, right? She was the normal one, so to speak. Right? I think she was. I think she was the sort of hot blonde, if I remember correctly. Or was she the mom? Can't remember now. Because the mom was hot too. Uh, Hold on just one second. I'm still sharing out to groups. You guys enjoy the fire! Fire, fire, fire! I can't remember which groups I just shared to. This is so sad. I'm getting so old. Today, this morning, I saged the entire house. Oh, wait, what is it? She was the mom, okay. And we have our marathon of Halloween franchise going on. It's our Christmas, haha. Hermie wife. Oh, Herman's wife, okay. Hi, Melanie Ann, how are you? Um, uh, Let me ask, what was I going to say? Where do you work, Kristen? That it's like your guys' Christmas. Morticia Adams was hot too. Yeah, they both were actually. Good morning, Laura Purcell. How are you? Oh, you're not working today. Okay, cool. No, I don't want that. I'm still sharing out to groups. Just give me one more moment. We'll get started here. I'm still working my way down the groups. Oh, you guys actually do a haunted house? That's kind of fun. That's cool. Scary, scary. I saged the whole house today. I just woke up and I felt like it was super appropriate. So I decided to sage the house. It's been like a week or two since I've done it, like done the whole house. So I took a entire sage smudge and like just burned through the whole thing and let it go all over the house. Did the garage, did the front doors, honored the four directions, north, south, east, and west. Um, Called everybody in this morning for today's broadcast. Just did my thing. And, you know, now I'm here sharing to groups, getting this part done so we can get started. I'm interested to see what happens today. Yesterday was a little bit weird with the repeat of cards. But we'll see what's going to happen today. Not weird, bad, just like sort of like driving the message home. I was kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, you want to be that way. Okay. I see how you are. Oh, okay. I got you, spirit. I got you. Oh, Satan's servant is here. Oh my God. Hi. Well, I'm so glad that you're here today, Satan's servant. Welcome to the group. Wow, you're such a ray of sunshine so early in the morning. And I love that you come out on Halloween. How perfect, how apropos. You picked the perfect day to do it. So, welcome. By the way, did you know that the guy that you served used to be an angel? He just wouldn't listen to God, so that's how he became Satan. Did you know that? That's the story behind him. He was just a bossy bitch, basically, and wouldn't listen to God. So God threw him out of heaven and said, "God, fine, go down there and fight for the souls of the people that I've created." And that's the whole story of Satan. So basically, you're just serving a know-it-all. So have fun with that. It's too bad. But I'm glad you're here. Welcome to my forecast. My name is Dan. This is Engelgeist. This is my channel. You're more than welcome to be here, whoever you serve. Really. I don't care. Subscribe. That's what I care about. Give me a subscription, Satan's servant. You know, if Satan was an angel, I have wings too. We may have known each other. I'm like his good friend. Serve as friends too. Why not? Fuck it. Right? So, happy Halloween, you guys. Ducky says, not today, Satan. I haven't had my coffee. I know, right? Well, did y'all see my post on Instagram? I had put my slippers on the wrong feet this morning, and I was like, oh, this is so the Mercury retrograde. Oh, my dog just came in. He said, Satan servant, let me bite him. Oh, so scary, so scary. Yeah, Lucifer is the angel of light, the morning star. That's great. I'm so glad for you. I love that today's your day to really get pumped up and go out and troll people. You know, you get one day a year. Make the most of it, honey. Make the most of it. As an Italian, the horns protect us. As a white dude, when I get the horns, nobody's protected. Let me tell you that, because I will bang anything. Look at that fresh meat, bitches. Okay, so. All right, I feel good today. Like, I saged the fuck out of the house just because I felt like it's the end of the month. We're going into the Mercury retrograde. My shoes were on the wrong feet this morning, and I was like, you know what? And I couldn't, the thing is, I took the picture because I couldn't tell what the hell was wrong. I was like, why do my feet feel weird? And then I looked down and I was like, oh, because you put your damn shoes on the wrong feet. I'm like, Mercury retrograde, okay. So I shared that on Instagram. I thought it was funny as hell. So, yeah, so here's my, I'll just show you guys a little bit. Here's my bowl of, all right, we went from, I'll be right back. We went from one of these, which is, you know, pretty big sage smudge, to this. Okay, this is how much we burned down throughout the house. I even did like the front area, the backyard area. I'm gonna take these, you know, all of this sort of ash and sticks and twigs, and mash them into the ground in front of my house and in the back of my house by the doorways. It's an old witch trick. And so it just puts it back into the earth, but it also kind of just sets that energy and intention around the space that, like, you know, only love can enter and only love can leave, kind of thing, right? Oh, Satan's servant is actually going to educate us now. If anybody's paying attention, I'm not. I certainly am not. I'm too busy to pay attention to him right now. If he wants a reading, sure, but beyond that, I really don't care. Okay, so yeah, so that's what I did this morning. That's how I spent my morning this morning. It's just kind of freshening up my space, you know, what do they call it? What is that commercial? Mom, what do you do when you're not feeling quite so fresh? Oh, that's the wrong direction. Sorry, I always do this backwards. I get dyslexia when I'm looking at myself on the camera. It's weird. It's awkward, to say the least. Yeah, so let's just do the breath work, I think. I think I'm ready. Are any of you guys interested in doing a watch party around that video that I found yesterday from the Edgar Casey thing? If you are, I might set aside time to do that. If not, I am going to probably shoot some more unboxings today. I have a lot of decks I need to unbox so that I can get them into pick-a-cards. So I think that's my goal. I feel sort of energized and excited today. It's sunny out. Yesterday it was gray and rainy. It's super sunny out today. I have the Roomba working. She's, vacuuming the entire house right now. So I've got the house sort of semi being cleaned, and I think I'm gonna shoot some videos today. I need to do some of these tarot decks, these great decks that have been sent to me. So I want to get them unboxed and then create a pick-a-card for you guys for the month of November. So I'm hoping that will happen very soon. Okay, so Satan's servant. I love that Lucifer is returning soon. Is he bringing lunch? That's what I want to know. Is he gonna bring lunch? Because I'm hungry. All right. If he's not bringing lunch, he can go somewhere else. Okay. So hey, Andrew Giardini. Giordano. He knows the summer's eve. He's like, summer's eve. What are you doing when you're not feeling so fresh? That's like your spiritual summer's eve. It's some sage. You know, you just sage your space and you sage your home. But remember, open a door so that like anything that's not working anymore can like kind of slide right out that door. You know, like open a door or a window and let it go. Let it go. He's bringing sausage. Ooh, now that I could talk about. I'm into that. So, let's get started with the breath work. For those of you that are new, like Satan's servant, and only the sinners will be spared, then good, we're all going to be okay, because no man is without sin. So we're good there, Satan's servant. We're all there. I mean, you're sinning right now, basically, by making trouble on my YouTube, but that's fine. I think it's cute that you're probably like a 12-year-old in Ohio. Or it could be Ducky. She's like a 12-year-old in Ohio. Anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the breath work. What we normally do is we breathe deep in through the nose, down into the belly, pulling in a full breath, and then we hold at the top of the breath, and we allow that oxygen to sort of permeate our bloodstream and our brain, sort of setting our intention for the morning. As we do that, I want us to emanate a light from wherever we choose to, right? I generally emanate my light from my heart center. Wherever you feel safe and secure, you emanate your light from there. And if you don't feel like emanating a light, you don't have to, okay? But you are allowed to, and you can emanate it as much as you choose to, whatever feels most comfortable. And then as you release the first breath, I want you to just give gratitude to your body. You know, that's the densest vibration that we deal with on this planet, and the densest sort of vehicle that carries us through this experience. On the second breath, we're going to do the same thing. Breathe in, hold, emanate that light. Look at our chakras if we can. If you can't see anything, don't worry. Just intend that you are adjusting your chakras, and adjust your chakras and line them up. Just straighten them out and set them for the intention of the day to be at optimum wherever they need to be, right? Just intend for that. That's all you have to do. There's a lot of power in that. As you do that, when you release the second breath, thank the mind. You know, just come in contact with your mind and just acknowledge it, say hello, and give it a thank you. You know, just give it the gratitude that it deserves, right? For the tool that it is. It is the second highest vibration that we have carrying us through this plane of existence. And then on the third breath, breathe in, do any final adjustments. You can do the triangle trick if you want. I've told some of you the triangle trick. I'm not going to share the triangle trick today because we have some triangle tricks in the room. So I don't want to waste good information on people that are just being goofy, but they can certainly join us in the breathing exercise if they want. But do the triangle trick for yourself, adjust it to where it needs to be, and then, you know, on the exhale, on the inhale and the hold, you do any final last adjustments to bring yourself into present moment now, to listen to the message. And then on the exhale, be grateful to your spirit, to your soul, to all the work that it does to sort of carry you through your life, all the creativity that it inspires you with, and all of the joy that it can bring into your life, the tears, the surprise, all of it. Okay? So, hey Carla, how are you? Carla Dube says, I always put sage ash in the back of the house. I told never the ground door. Can you explain this a little more? What do you mean the ground door? Do you mean the ground floor? Not 69. Wait, what are you guys talking about 69s now? Y'all are crazy. What do you mean, Carla? Can you, oh, now I am Satan is here. What's cracking? Not much, dude. What's up with you? How's it? Hey, look. I have my own little version of hell here. Look, look, oh, I got the block in the way. Look at that. There you go. Just little flames to make you feel welcome. Carla, what do you mean by ground door? Do you mean ground floor? Because I put the ashes at my door and also in the ground outside my door, because this is my thinking. Okay, this is my my intuition, right? Is when I put it back into the earth, it's where it came from. You know, so sage is grown from the earth. So we want to put the ashes back into the earth, right? The ashes also have like nitrogen and all sorts of weird scientific stuff that I don't understand that actually sort of replenishes the earth. And so it's my way of giving thanks back. But I always put it near the doorways just to sort of grind it in so it sort of makes it um, a little bit more. Okay, so this is how I'll explain it to you. In my mind, and this is just solely for me, you do whatever your intuition tells you, but in my intuition tells me that when we burn the sage and the smoke goes out into the air, right? It's the element of air. The element of fire is used in the burning, right? The element of water is used in the growth of the sage, and the element of earth is what the sage grew in, right? So we have all four of the elements. I honor the four directions as I'm doing the burning, generally outside my front door, right? So I do the north, the south, the east, and the west, just to kind of set the energy of the house. And then I go throughout the house and I do go room to room, just kind of in what I would consider to be from the front door a clockwise motion. Does that make sense? Right? So I'm following the like a clock, and I go around and I sage each and every room. And then I'll take whatever's left over, like this, which is the end of it, and I'll take ash as I'm ashing, and I'll ash it in different places. Like I ash in my sink, I ash in my bathtub, I'll let ash fall wherever it needs to in the house because I know it will get cleaned up later. But if it gets ground into the floor, into the furniture, I'm okay with that. But I'll take this now, and this is like the major portion of it, and this will go all over the back door, which I have already done the back door and the front door. But I will grind some of this not only into the front doorstep, but also into the earth out front of the door. And it's my way of giving back to the earth in gratitude for the sage. And it also sort of, I feel like it permeates the bond or the cleansing deeper. The intention of the cleansing is deeper and stronger. So it just sort of, secures, not secures the space because the space is secure, but it sort of just is a physical, how do I want to say this? It's like a physical demonstration of my intention. And that's a powerful thing in the world, right? When we do that. And especially when we do it at a spiritual level, when we're like looking at spiritual cleansing, right? And so for me, this is me cleansing the energy of my space at levels that I don't necessarily fully understand or vibrate at because it's, spiritual. So I will utilize sage to kind of cleanse that. And it's been known, you can find articles all over the place about sage having natural antibacterial in the smoke and all of this sort of stuff. So it is a very medicinal plant. I love the smell of it. And so that's what I do personally, but I'm not an authority, right? I mean, there's people that have way more experience with it or authority around it and its principles and its properties. I just trust my own intuition, and that's what it's funny, it feels sort of like a memory, like I just know to do that. I've always known to do that. I don't know if it's from past life information or what, but I know that when we grind a little bit into the doorstep and we grind a little bit into the earth, both front and back door, it sort of sets that intention of only love can enter and only love can leave. And that's really key for me. It's a very simple idea. So, you know. So, I Am Satan says puny fire. California is a better fireplace. Right now, unfortunately, California is. I really feel bad for the people of California. I used to live there, so it's no bueno. But, hopefully they will be okay. I've been sending them as much love as possible. Right now, people are finally getting their power back, thank God. All right, so I've gone through the breathing exercises, so let's do them now. Put your feet flat on the ground. If you want to bring your attention to your body, do that. I generally touch my body just because it helps to bring my attention here to the present moment, right? Most of us don't live in the present moment. We're always like in the past or in the future, worrying about what's happening next or, what to think of next. If we're being a smartass on YouTube, like, what's going to be my next crack? What's going to be my next joke? Let's bring it to the now, to the present time. Quiet our mind and just be here. All right, so taking that first breath deep through the nose, into the belly, with the intention of breathing in new, fresh energy, that's set at our highest good. Inhale and hold, emanate that light. Begin to look at your chakras and adjust them. And release. Saying thank you to the body for everything that it does for us, even if we have preconceived notions about it or judgments, letting go of those judgments in this moment, and just being grateful for our body for being the vehicle that has carried us this far through our lifetime. Let's take in that second breath now, deep into the belly. Hold. Make any adjustments to your chakra and emanate that light. Let's send a little love to I am Satan and Satan's helper. And release. Being thankful for our mind, for everything that it does for us, for the fear, the doubt, the insecurity. Yes, being thankful for all of those things. It's part of the human experience. It's part of why we're here. It's part of what we're here to conquer and achieve, like, dominion over, to find appreciation for, gratitude for, and to let go of. Here comes the Roomba. Let's take in that third breath really quick. And hold, emanate that light, send a big blast of love to I am Satan, to the California fires, and to Satan's servants. Adjust your triangle. Say, acknowledge and say hello to Halloween, October 31st. Raise your vibration to a place that feels comfortable to you. Release that breath. Let it all go. Saying thank you to the Spirit for everything that it does for us, even if we're not aware of it. For those of us that are further away from our Spirit and aren't aware that we have it. For those of us that sort of deny our Spirit or feel that we need to find, power in other things. Hoping that we can bring ourselves closer to our own Spirit and our own personal power. And being in gratitude towards that. Finding equality between the mind, the body, and the spirit in the present moment to allow for acknowledgement and love. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Welcome to October 31st, Thursday. Right? It's Thursday? It is Thursday. All right, so hey, Kelly Kemp, good morning. Good morning, Jamie. We just did the breathing exercise, so you're actually here in time for the cards. So let's see what the Witch's Oracle has to say for us today. This is our last day with this deck, guys. The Witchwood Oracle's leaving because we're done with the witch theme for the month of October. So they have been good cards to us all. I've enjoyed working with them. So that it's been fun. It's been fun to play with my intuition just with single form pictures. I hope you guys have had fun and enjoyed them too. Tomorrow we will find out the new deck that we'll be using from the polls and the videos. If you haven't watched the unboxing videos, please watch the unboxing videos. Because the views and the comments on those videos will factor into who wins tomorrow. I will tally that up tonight. And in the morning, you will see the new deck during the broadcast. Tomorrow night we have a charm event. I'm trying to decide. I kind of feel like I might want to get on tonight and do something fun for Halloween, but I think that everybody will be doing Halloween stuff, so I'm not sure if I should or not. I'm not thinking of charming per se. I'm just thinking about maybe going live in the group and doing card pulls, like a trick-or-treat sort of thing, but I don't know. Maybe pendulum swings and trick-or-treat, just fun stuff. But you have to come in costume, so we'll have a costume contest, not literally, but you guys have to create your best costume in your mind and bring it to the chat room. And the costume contest will be, you can win a free read with me. How does that sound? Does that sound like a good idea? Yeah, I know that Mary let her, like, her phone died. I understand. I got the message. It's okay. I'm not upset with Mary at all. I can totally understand. She's going through a hard time right now. So she can do whatever she needs to. She's fine. I'm not, she doesn't have to apologize or any of that. She's just been through a tornado. You know, I saw her message, her post. So it's okay. Yeah, I'm not upset with Mary in the least. I hope Mary can get through it. I could tell from reading her last night that her energy is really suffering and low. So, you know, I've sent her what help I can without getting too involved, right? In the sense that it's really for Mary to figure out. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's see what the card is for today. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. This is the third day in a row that this card has shown up today. I mean, in a row. Like, this is wild. Alright, guys. What doors do we want to be unlocking today? I mean, I've read this card for the last 2 days in a row. I think you guys know the meaning of this card. I don't know what else I need to say about this card. This card is about unlocking our potential, unlocking our opportunities, unlocking our hope, unlocking whatever is holding us back. And I feel like maybe when I ask why is it happening, you know, a third time in a row, it feels to me like we want these doors unlocked. We want these hopes unlocked. We want these ambitions unlocked. We want this awareness unlocked. We want these doors sort of open, or these, you know, we want to be aware of them. We've got 2 more months before we go into 2020, and I feel like we want to be starting on these new endeavors by 2020. So anything that we want to let go of before we go into the next decade, now would be a good time. Unlock those locks and let them go. I can't describe it any other way. And I feel like yesterday I said, after looking at the cards, I am going to pull another card just for further clarification, just to see what happens. Because yesterday we got Toadstool with the key. So, Spirit, can I please have further clarification? Is there something that we're missing? Is there something more that we need to know? Hey, Jen Nichols, I was just wondering about you last night. How are you, dear? Happy Halloween. This card has shown up for the last 3 days in a row, the key. And I really feel like it's a timing issue. I really feel like it is trying to tell us, where are we holding back? Where are we hiding out? Hold on. I'm shutting the door because I know that Roomba would want to come in here in the middle of this broadcast, and we don't need her help right now. Hey, Quanisha, how are you? Where are we holding back? What doors do we need to unlock? What dreams do we need to address? What ambitions do we want to look at right now in the last 2 months of this year before going into 2020? I think that the key to me also says, as I'm sitting here looking at it, what I'm hearing is that just because we look at these ambitions or these dreams or these ideas or these, situations we might need to free ourselves from or move ourselves towards, it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to do them, right? We can look at them. We can just open the door and look inside, right? The key is the first step, but we need to take that first step to get comfortable with the idea so that by 2020 or by the next few months, we can start to open up to new possibilities. Now, here's another card for further explanation, just because we've gotten this key card the last 3 days in a row. And this is the magpies. And the first thing that I see about this is like the singing of songbirds. And magpies are real chirpy birds. And I feel like this is about us making whatever it is we're avoiding, whatever it is we're sort of hiding. And I don't mean avoiding in a bad way. Like there could be things like the key could represent something that's really important to us deep inside of us that we want to do or want to address, but we're sort of fearful of it, or we're maybe like not looking at it or setting it aside thinking, oh, I'll deal with it later, I'll make that happen later, I've got plenty of time. I feel like this is like spirit's way of saying you don't have, it's not that you don't have plenty of time, it's just like now is the time. Open the door, unlock the lock, like look at what you want, look at the things you don't want, start to make those changes. The magpies to me feel like, there's like speak it out, like is sort of the message that I get from the magpies. Is it's about like sing your song, find your truth and sing it from the rafters, sing it from the trees, like share it with others. Maybe it's only a few others that you trust, but make it manifest, make it real. Start that process by communicating it and being free with it. To me, birds always sort of, because of their ability to have flight, represent freedom, right? And these magpies are like, to me, magpies are always like sort of, uh, talkative birds in a way, or sing-songy birds. Sort of, they sometimes have almost like a little bit of a what's the vibe I'm going for? A little bit of a gossipy vibe in a way. I'm not saying go out and be a gossip, but I think that like if there's one person that you can share your dream with, or your ambition with, or your idea with, or even if it's something that you feel like you need help with, go and be a magpie and talk to somebody, right? Share your truth with somebody. Share whatever that truth may be, either positive or negative, but whatever it is, that's part of the key here, like in the sense of unlocking the door and stepping away from it, right? Or stepping towards it. Whatever it is that you guys need to do. There's something that Spirit wants you guys to do with this friggin' key, because this key keeps showing up and it's telling me it's time, right? And I want those of you that might be fearful or worried that if we use the key or unlock the door, or if we step through, we're making a commitment that we have to commit to, and oh my God, what does that mean? It doesn't, I'm definitely getting the hint that this is just beginning steps. Trust in your spirit, trust in yourself to start to move forward, to start to look through the door or look behind the veil, look behind whatever it is that you're sort of ignoring or altogether denying, and start to make it real. And the magpies to me feel light, like they feel like this is a good thing. So I'm starting to think that maybe this is about you guys. Not only is it about like maybe situations that you need to free yourself from, which is what I was talking about in the beginning of the week with that rope card, but this is also situations that you need to bring yourself to, like fly yourself towards, like the magpies talk about, get excited about. Magpies have that excitable energy, right? That chirpy, chirpy, chirpy sort of. So share that with somebody that you feel that you can trust, or that will support you in that idea or that energy, right? Because it might just be their energy and their support that helps to bolster you up and push you forward a little bit, so that you can make it real in your life, whatever this ambition or this dream or this fear, of letting it go. These magpies, they get together, they start talking, their ideas start collaborating. There's a sort of a swiftness and a communication that takes place that allows us sort of the freedom to move forward in whatever it is, whether we're departing from something and freeing ourselves from something with this key, or we're moving towards something that we've wanted and maybe either didn't know we wanted it, or we were a little bit in denial around wanting it, in fear around wanting it, but it's about moving towards it, okay? Jamie Taylor says, I think for me, it's stepping through my past and stepping forward to my future. Exactly, but finding, the magpie to me says, find somebody that you can trust and have support in, and share that reality with them. Start to unlock that door. You don't have to take the steps just right away. Like, that's the thing. The key is just about beginning to unlock the door and move yourself forward in whatever direction, whether it's towards something or away from something that's no longer serving you. The key is saying we can do this in our own time, but we need to. This is what I'm sort of hearing or feeling right now, is we can do this in our own time, but we need to start now. That's sort of what I'm hearing, right? Not that we should start now, but it would be ideal to start now. If we choose not to start, and this ties back to what I said in Sunday's forecast around the rope, some of us may make decisions to tether ourselves to old ways of being, and that won't harm us. It'll just be the same old, but we end up tethering ourselves to a situation that hasn't been given to us for a while, and we've known that, right? So the midweek card was that rope. It was about, where do we tether ourselves? What situations are we tying ourselves to? Because as we choose to tie ourselves to the situations, we could potentially be setting ourselves up to repeat them for the next however long going into the new decade of 2020. This key keeps showing up the last 3 days to remind us we have the power, we have the key, we can unlock the door, we can move forward. One way of doing that would be by being like these magpies and sort of voicing it outward to another person, making it a little bit more real, okay? And allowing that other magpie to sort of go like, yeah, that's a great idea. Why don't you try this way or do it this way? Or yeah, I'll help support you in leaving your past. Like, I'm just using Jamie's as an example, right? Good morning, Amanda. Third time's a charm, Carla says. Exactly. I hope so. Hey, Anne-Marie. Yeah, rewatch. It's the last 3 days have been this key card. It keeps coming back. So let's see what comes out of the Strange Girls affirmation deck. Oh my God! It's your time. Your time is precious. Invest it wisely. This came up yesterday. This was the second card from yesterday. You guys, I'm just going to show you. This deck is not like thin. There's like quite a few cards in this deck. I shuffled the shit out of this deck. You could hear it while I was talking. I'm going to go for a second Strange Girls affirmation just to add to this, your time is precious, invest it wisely. But I'm going to say this. Your time is precious, invest it wisely is very direct and in its clarity, right? It's telling you, and I said, okay, hold on, calm down, Dan. Let me get the chat box back up first. I can just really feel this. That's why I'm getting kind of hyper about it. What I said is the key is showing up because it's time to make the change or time to voice the change into reality. We don't have to necessarily take the steps towards it, but now is the time to start to make manifest and real the idea of it by unlocking the door and starting to look at it. Whatever it is we're holding within us that we're either denying, be it good or bad, whether we need to head towards it or away from it. But we want to do it now before the year's end because we don't want to be stuck. Those of us that are looking at stale situations or situations that are no longer serving us, we don't want to be stuck in those situations deep into 2020, which could end up happening if we get too comfortable. And those of us that are denying something, an ambition or a dream that we want to get going on, 2020 is going to be an ideal year to pursue that, to promote that, to build that. So the key keeps showing up, and this, your time is precious, invest it wisely, is telling me, it's backing that up, what I just said earlier about now is the time, this is the key, use it, right? This is what the cards are saying. And so yesterday's toadstool was all around perseverance and growth, growing through shitty situations, as far as I'm concerned, because that's where mushrooms grow from. Also, the idea of poison, like, our situation still poisoning us or leading us to things we don't necessarily want. It's time to be free. We've grown, we've learned, let's move on. Our time is precious. Invest it wisely, right? So let's see what the second card is. Oh my God. This was from yesterday too, I believe. Am I wrong about that? No, this was from 2 days ago. You are not lost. You're simply exploring the unknown path. Don't fear, is what this is saying to me. Like, get ready to move on. It's not whatever it is that you're fearful of either leaving behind or heading towards. You're not lost. You're exploring the unknown path. Move towards it. Your time is precious. Invest it wisely. And I'm not saying that it's to create any fear, right? It's just like we're here to create. We're here to live. We're here to experience joy and happiness. So where is it that we need to find that joy and happiness? Do it. Like the magpie does, sing it from the rooftops, right? Like, share it with your friends, sing about it, talk about it, focus on it, put your attention on it, your intention on it, move towards it, even if it feels unknown or you don't know how you're going to make it happen. You're not lost, you're just on an unknown journey, but that's the excitement of all of this. That's where we want to be. So today I'm going to do a grounding stone. Let me dig for the grounding stone. Okay, this grounding stone is rather heavy. It's faith. So, moving forward in faith, faith in yourself, faith in your spirit, faith in your guides, faith in your angels, faith in your God, faith in the process that you're in. I think that's key, and this is something that you want to ground in today while you think about these things. They all sort of work together to let you know that even if things feel unknown or unaware or new, it's okay. This is what we came here to experience. This is what we came here to do. Like, is to experience the new, to constantly create, to sing about it from the rooftops, to unlock those doors, to move forward, to have new experiences, right? And so we get that opportunity right now. And granted, we are in a Mercury retrograde, so some of those new experiences might be like putting your slippers on the wrong feet first thing in the morning, but you can sort of laugh about it, or you can be like, fuck, I put my slippers on the wrong feet. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example. I thought it was hilarious, right? So it's like looking at that from a place of faith and joy, looking at things that seem like adversity and realizing that they're actually there to either show us our strengths versus, rolling our eyes at them and going, ugh. And I know it's easier said than done, like watch me when I'm in an adverse situation or I'm in fear. I can get in fear just as easily as the next person. But the truth of the matter is when I'm in a place of faith, fear has less power over me. And I have the opportunity to sort of move through a situation that I wouldn't necessarily feel as though I know how to navigate, but then when I end up navigating it correctly, or in a way that is to my benefit, I surprise myself, right? And I learn a little bit more about who I am and what I'm capable of. And that's kind of the whole process of being on this plane. So I hope you guys understand today's reading. I hope you guys go back and watch the whole entire week of readings. This week has been really sort of interesting. Remember now, I'm going back in my mind to Sunday, which is that cradle energy. And that cradle says to me, like, by the week's end, we want to be sort of caring for ourselves, babying ourselves, nurturing ourselves, loving ourselves. There is that underpinning of that. So some of this is, all of these cards are saying, like, love yourself enough to open the doors, love yourself to turn the key, love yourself to step forward and speak it like the magpie, love yourself to acknowledge your perseverance in the shitty situations that you've grown through in the toadstool, that, have moved you forward. And I think at the very beginning of the week, it said something about be the strange that you want to see in the world. Do it. Everything that makes you authentically you is exactly what you need to be to create what it is you want in your life. If you trust that and you are in faith of that, and you ground in that idea, you will have it. I mean, it may take a little time, it may take a little energy, it may take a little work, a little belief, a little dreaming, but that's what we're here to do, right? And when we do those things, and when we live that way, we enable other people to do those things and to dream and to believe and to get beyond sort of what holds them back. And so I think that, you know, us using these keys, unlocking these doors, and living from a place of faith versus fear enables and does it enables more change than we even understand on the planet. You know, it heals. You're welcome, Ducky. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Jamie. If you guys would please share this out to wherever you see fit, share it on your own pages, share it wherever. I think it's a good message. It's a beautiful message, and it's a message that keeps recurring this week. And so I think it's important that it gets out there. I hope that it makes it out there. I'm going to ask the angels to make sure that this message gets out there, because it seems as though they are working hard at trying to get it out there by sending it to us day in and day out. And what an interesting way to end with these cards, because both of these decks were saying goodbye to them. So let's be in gratitude. The grounding stone obviously is going to stay, but the cards will be changing tomorrow. So I want to say thank you to the makers of the Witchwood Oracles, all of the decks that we've used this month, the Strange Girl Affirmation deck, which is this one. At the end of this video, I've been posting the unboxing video. If you guys want to go check out the unboxing videos, it'll be in the upper right-hand corner of the screen once this video uploads. So you can see the other decks that were used. I unboxed all 4 decks that I purchased from Witchwood, and all their information is in the description box, so you can find that information there. And I look forward to seeing you guys. If I decide to do something tonight, it's going to be spontaneous, so keep a lookout for that. If I decide not to, don't be upset with me. I'm gonna see what I get done today as far as you know, unboxings and things like that. Or maybe I'll just do a Halloween event. I don't know if people are gonna show up, that's the thing. But you're welcome, Jamie. You're welcome, Amanda. I'm gonna just play the day by ear. I am going to remind myself that my time is precious and to invest it wisely, and that I am not lost. I am on an unknown path to my couch for a nap with my dogs. I don't know if that's investing my time wisely, but yesterday the stone was peace, and that's where I get most of my peace right now, is cuddling with my dogs. And I think that, you know, sometimes I worry. I talk to Ducky about worrying about, oh my God, am I doing everything I need to be doing? Oh my God, but I'm on every day. And I'm trying to do this as a service to others and build a business and all of that sort of thing. And there is that going on. But you know what? Me living in faith is also acknowledging and giving myself those things too that make me happy, because I really only have this moment. You know, I can't guarantee that 2 weeks from now is going to be here, and I certainly can't go back and change the past, right? So that's that. All right, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. I will maybe make an announcement. I'll talk to Ducky, and if I decide to do something tonight, I'll maybe have her put something up in the group like an hour before or whatever, just letting you guys know. And if not, I will see you guys tomorrow in the morning, and tomorrow night there is a charming event. I imagine a lot of people will be doing like reading events online tonight because it is Halloween, so it might just be best not to compete with all of that craziness. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. Right now, I'm kind of blown away with this reading because it definitely feels like um, Spirit is like telling us to get it together. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day. Go out and enjoy the day. I'm going to do the same, and I will talk to you soon. All right. Bye.